I've been making these special report segments this week in response to the deluge of UFO reports being released and in anticipation of the intelligence report on UFOs due to be delivered to the US Senate in just a few weeks. What I've been trying to emphasize, though, is that these reports are actually old and far more common than most people realize. Multiple surveys have been conducted over the past several decades, and you will notice a rise in reports of UFO and alien encounters. But the poll results have been both surprising and consistent. Ufology Research of Manitoba conducted a survey of Canadians in 1997. They showed about 1 in 10 people have seen a UFO. This number is consistent right across the board in other countries and cultures and would equate to about 3.7 million Canadians who have had a UFO encounter. In 1999, Roper polled Americans, and again in 2002 as commissioned by the Sci-Fi Channel. In 2008, Scripps also conducted a UFO poll. All polls have consistently shown around 8 to 12% of those surveyed have had a UFO encounter. But there's a subtle and far more disturbing statistic buried in these polls. Consistently over the years, polls have also shown that between 2 and 3% of those surveyed believe they have had an encounter with extraterrestrial life, aliens. Almost all of those people were subjected to the horrible and traumatizing alien abduction experience, and it usually doesn't happen just once. Almost always the alleged aliens come back and do it over and over again. 2 to 3%, that's a staggering average of 1 in 40. So go ask 40 random people you know. And statistically speaking, at least one of them has been abducted by an alien. So, when I say you're not alone, I'm not trying to make you paranoid or nothing, and I'm not referring to extraterrestrial life. I'm saying there are hundreds of millions of people on Earth who have had the same or similar experiences with UFOs and aliens. Just in Canada alone, if we use the 2.5% average figure, some 940,000 Canadians have experienced the horrible alien abduction phenomenon, and they are usually too afraid to talk about it. But even just looking at these statistics, you can already start to see that there is a very distinct difference between UFO encounters and encounters with alleged aliens. These are some of the questions we'll be exploring in the 4-part Genesis Week special report on UFOs, aliens, and Genesis, airing here on the Miracle Channel starting this Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and again on Friday at 4:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern.